I'll just go over the finances really quick. We raised $250,000 total from 89 individuals and
Oh,
$100,000 total from 20 packs. The total amount of money we spent on a campaign was over $2 million.
Jackson.
So here are endorsements. The wonderful Jane Goodall, Mr. Burns, who I have a quote of him saying he's a closeted
busy,
monkey
but
Marxist.
what you
That's
need.
a fact. Clint Eastwood from Every Which Way But Loose. And Stanley Schwartz.
All right, so this is the party platform. So the first thing, and probably the biggest thing, is the yellow standard. So money is a relic of the past. You know, it's prone to inflation, and when people say money doesn't grow on trees, that's a reflection of a flawed monetary entity. Bananas, they rot. They can't inflate. So bananas are, unequivocally better than money. So these bananas will be grown in Hawaii and Puerto Rico, and if need be, the quote-unquote banana republics of Central America will become actual banana republics and produce bananas to fuel our economy. So corporations, all corporate conglomerates will be publicly owned.
I'm recording, guys. I'm
Small
recording. Don't
businesses
worry.
will be allowed, but only if they comply with our agrarian lifestyle. All industry.
Billy can't click on the screen, bro.
Civil rights and liberties. Is this
Alright, boys.
is this yours, Alex?
That Billy,
No, this
there's
is
no
yours.
report.
Oh, okay, all right. No discrimination between species, which is a social
Alright, I'm
construct.
gonna definitely.
And abortion is allowed, but you can only do it yourself. And you'll see why in a minute. Religion is banned except for paganism, and all other aspects of the First Amendment are revoked, along with no restrictions on firearms. And you also need a permit to have a child. So for the environment, we are
This is all me,
very...
Bailey. This is all me. This is my slide.
Oh, this is... Okay.
Yeah, alright. Alright, so we can all agree that fossil fuels suck, so we're gonna ban all of them, and all energy will be provided from solar power, wind power, hydroelectric, geothermal, all that renewable stuff. Foreign policy, we're gonna be isolationist back like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. We were kind of isolationist back then. We're gonna leave all of those, all of the UN, NATO, all of those, because we're gonna be isolationist. We are not gonna recognize Israel anymore because they're illegitimate, and we're not gonna export nor import anything. All roads will be not serviced because that's just a waste of money. We're just gonna go back to good old dirt. Gonna get rid of all the cars and instead replace them with government mules because that's just a more cleaner way of transportation. We're also going to ban hospitals because that stops natural selection and evolution. Why do you think humans haven't improved within the past 20 years? Because of hospitals. Bloodletting is going to be brought back, Social Security is replaced with the banana welfare system, and land will all be owned by the public. Schools are also going to be banned and replaced by the glorious Banana Youth Program. Students will learn from this, and they'll learn to farm bananas and just farm other stuff because we're going to be agrarian, we're going to farm, we're going to return to monkey.
And don't forget the state-authorized propaganda. That's very important.
Oh, that too, yeah, of course. Some of you may very well appreciate this due to recent events. All the police are going to be abolished. We don't need them anymore. We're going to outlaw firemen and EMTs, and jails are going to be replaced with jungles, aka the jurisdiction of unity and national gratitude's learning encampments. Now, our electoral strategy is this map. You might be wondering, Alex, why is nothing filled in? Where are all the states? Well, guess what? Our color is, the color that we filled it in with is gray, because we care about every state. What's the big deal with all strategy thing with the electoral map? We care about every single person in every single state. So why bother mess with the electoral college?
Jesus Christ, I'm literally dying.
Are you gonna go to the next slide, Billy?
Oh wait, he's not done. Never mind. What the fuck?
We got stand
It's
up
not working for a second. Why is oh, there we go.
Good, you guys.
All right, Jackson, you want to
No.
do
Just
this?
say deafened and say deafened and Just
It
start-
is
start
we
with
wanted to make
yourself.
some adjustments to, the boring stuff. The bald eagle, the national anthem. We're bored of it all. So we instead want to replace
Well, I
Stupid
recorded
bird
it so you guys
with,
will be able to hear when I
the
publish
glorious
the video.
monkey,
Nice.
of course. Big fans of that, in case you couldn't tell. And the national anthem will be the Rolling Stones hit "Monkey Man." Oh, you're good. You can keep going.
Okay. All right. Damn. It's not. It's not working. So these
All
are
right,
our.
you
Oh
guys
my
are
God,
out
is
of
this it?
time. The speech will be 5
No!
minutes.
What?
Oh wait. Can we, okay. This is an important part. Can we at least show one ad?
Can we take time
8
out of the
seconds.
speech if it means we
Just
can
say the last group went
fit
too
the ad
long.
in there,
No, we're going to start the speech at this time.
No!
Okay,
No!
Jackson. If
The ad's the best
I'll just
part.
Yeah, you guys took way
All
too
right.
long.
5
Damn it.
minutes.
All right. Hello. I'm here to talk to you about the best presidential
so
candidate in
annoying.
history.
I guess
Myself.
I probably took a little too long.
Allow me to open my speech by just taking note of some of the true visionaries
Y'all didn't get to
of
show the
history.
best part. You're losing for
We
sure
got
now.
inspirational anthropologist Jane Goodall,
I think he still has his time.
Clint Eastwood, fantastic actor and director, and the wonderful teacher, Mr. Burns. There is a strong link between all of these legendary figures, and that would be
I thought he was going to say
that all of
between
these
autism.
people
Our men.
have either
You guys are
given
gonna
verbal
fail the midterm,
confirmation
but that's
or we
okay.
have reason to
You'll win the
believe
election.
that they want to get on the ground floor of our
Jesus
party.
Christ.
Allow me to explain myself. With the help of my team, I've begun a presidential run on the Authoritarian Primitivist Party of America, or APA for short. And APA is the most progressive, forward-thinking party to date. That is for sure. For this reason, I want you all to grab a vine and swing your way to a better United States.
Like backwards, think you'd be a better.
So we live in a stressful world. I just want to take note of that.
We live
We're
in
all
a
very
society.
stressed, right?
We really do.
You're all
live
aware
in
of
one
this. It's something we experience daily. It could be our attachment to our phones and social media. It could be the jobs that we work every day. It's hard to avoid it. And even on a bigger scale, we're seeing, the whole planet is facing issues with climate change, and a pandemic that has taken the lives of millions. It's obviously very stressful. With all this going on, it just makes you wish you could just go to a time before, a time before it all. So let's just do that hypothetically. We're going to go back to the year 2000. And no,
Well, I
I
think the
don't
speech
mean
is
like
gonna be
2
like
decades
40
ago,
minutes long.
2000. I mean 2000 BCE. 2000, what a time to be alive, let me just say. Humans were just practicing agriculture, and they experienced the success of it at a larger scale than ever before. Do you think these farmers were worried about what phone calls the president was making? Certainly not. The farmers of this time cared about one thing. They cared about getting their families fed and getting their families clothed. It was a simpler time and a happier time.
the speech is honestly fire.
Now, flash forward a couple thousand years, to the first half of the 19th century.
Just say it's so important.
It's
that
terrible. It's awful, I could just vomit thinking about the early 1800s because the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution is the single worst thing to ever happen to the United States, and you all
He's
know.
gonna be like, no, this is terrible.
Not
It's
only did it
integral to the
directly
election.
lead to a country with climate
Oh, Mr.
issues,
Bruce
but also
Lee
densely
showed
packed
shared ad in his
cities,
speech.
which we're now seeing being harmed by the pandemic, and an overall very unhappy society, if I do say so myself.
Your commercial sucks.
So how do I plan on reversing the negative effects of both the Industrial Revolution and societal evolution? 3 words. Return to monkey. APA's main goal is to return to monkey. What this means is to bring Americans back to a happier time in our evolution, a time based on agriculture, individual freedom, and prosperity. And there's no doubt the countless problems sourced from our country's uneven distribution of wealth.
It's only
We
been
plan to
9
fix
minutes.
this entirely. A full wipe, if you will. Forget about that silly paper money. We're here for bananas. When they say money doesn't grow on trees, it's a reflection of a flawed political entity. We plan to dismantle the companies of our country that observe capitalist tendencies. We have no need for anything but agriculture. For this reason, we plan to supply every household in the United States with a mule or pony for agricultural purposes. As for the education system, consider it gone.
Urban Supreme.
Feel free to teach your children
Yeah.
what you want.
Look at me,
APA is dead set on giving you all the freedom you deserve.
I wonder what
Perhaps
everybody in your
our
class
most
is
important
thinking of
goal.
this.
Solve the
At least
ongoing
it's
Oh
crisis
Thursday.
my
of
God.
climate
Everyone-
change. you will
Everyone
happen,
but me is
this will happen
thinking that this
naturally
is a complete joke.
when we
Yeah.
No, they're all
dismantle
good-
the
they're all
evil
ready to vote
corporations
monkey.
that cause
Yeah,
the
I'm
majority
Thing is,
of our
literally
Burns-
about to
emissions.
present.
Burns supported
These
us.
are only a
Burns-
few
Burns-
of our many
Burns stopped
progressive ideas
recording.
that we will.
Oh no.
So you've heard about the primitive side of Apple. That was all that.
Luckily
Now
I'm
about
recording,
the authoritarian
so it's
side.
fine.
All right, good.
Don't you just
You're gonna have
hate
to make
those
us all do a
pesky
YouTube video.
senators and the House of
Ah, those
Representatives
Oh my
and the
God.
cabinet
Jackson's
and the
so
vice
tall.
president and state level governments?
Burns is like
We do
seething
too.
right
We're
now.
right there next to
Yeah.
you. And that is
Before
why
he
we
probably
plan to
would
get
have
rid of
let
all
you
these
show the
plans
thing, but
and
Jackson's going
instead
like way over
adopt
time.
Yeah.
me as your one and only dictator.
Laporte, you
And
can
don't be
post
alarmed
it
by
in,
that.
like, post it
Dictators
in
may historically
somewhere.
have a
I don't
bad
know when
Post it in the
connotation.
chat.
Rest
Post it in
assured,
to your ad.
I
Why
care
is
only
Jackson
that you are
so
happy with
cocky?
your primate life
Yeah, honestly,
and our
this person's
future agrarian
president.
society.
I think he's about to
This
finish.
is also why the government will strictly control all farming of bananas.
Burns is just like
It's better
went
for
to
the
sleep, but
economy
he's
and
just
therefore
done.
better for the people. And all
Burns
you
looks like,
primates
yeah,
out there
retiring.
have nothing to fear.
I've heard everything.
Anyone to reject the
I
monkey
bet he votes
lifestyle
for
will
this
get the
group.
lethal injection. It'll be a great time for all that choose to participate in our vision. This is just a glimpse into our amazing future. Remember to vote for me and my Othprim team to return to Monkey and once again be happy. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Burns.
We are out of time at this
No,
time.
come
Thank you very
on.
much.
The other campaigns took like a minute.
So
if there's
big.
like
Take it
8
away.
seconds at the end of class, can we share our ad? Because it's 8
Don't worry about
seconds
it.
long.
Just don't worry about
No.
Yeah, I'll be looking at your ad. Don't worry. But for now, we are moving on to the next group.
Bro, that was so good. That was
You guys
Jackson,
need
Yo, we broke the call record.
Sure, you think this
you
time?
talked for way too long.
Yeah.
it. Did I?
All right.
How long was that?
Like
there's